Why are you not getting the grade you want? Now, there's many reasons why this could be, but in this video, what I'm going to share is 4 insights that hopefully can get you thinking and pinpoint one of the factors of, okay, I am doing this and I shouldn't be doing this.
The thing about maths is this, right? It goes with anything in life, actually. So I don't want people to think that maths is everything. It's not. But if you don't have your foundations, you can't do the harder stuff, anything.
And hopefully by you seeing this video, you'll get a better understanding and also try and reduce these 4 factors that could be potentially harming your grade. The first insight is distractions. When you're working, when you're studying, when you are in the zone, so to speak, do you have your phone next to you? Do you have the tabs open? Are you distracted? What environment are you studying in? This is very, very important. You see, we think we're studying when we have a book open and we're writing, we think we're studying, right? But really, you have to think about it in this way where if you have your phone next to you and you get a notification, what are you gonna do instantly? You're thinking probably, oh no, I'm not gonna check on my phone because I'm focused. No, you're not gonna do that. You're gonna pick up your phone and you're going to look at the notification. It's natural, right? And it's a distraction, which basically means that now when you are picking your phone to check your notification, you lose that focus time that you were doing or you had whilst you were studying. And now that means that you're gonna have to put more energy to put your phone down and then go back into that focus mode. You gotta remove your distractions. Even the environment that you're studying in. Is it loud? Is it too much noise? Is it somewhere where you can't really listen to your thoughts or think? Because if that's the case, remove yourself from that. Like go to a place that's quiet, a library or a room or a place in your house where there's quiet, or even study when there's not much people around. That is very important. The first bit is you have to make sure that you are able to stay focused and be focused when your environment is good and when you have 0 distractions. So reduce your distractions first and also pick your environment wisely, and you'll start to see your level of focus and attention will increase.
Careful.
I was nowhere near the camera.
I know you weren't, but I'm very paranoid. Careful. Oh, so you're here now. So. Okay, right. So, it's a bit more advanced, but it's not that hard. And this is really going to test your algebra. Careful with the camera, careful. So you are right, Maury. I do say careful with the camera, but she hasn't even stepped into the camera yet. What's wrong? You okay?
Yeah, snotty nose.
Snotty nose. You know what you do for snotty nose?
What?
You ease it all out. -6, -12. So you don't even need to use quadratic formula. What can I do here to solve for x?
Add 12 to both sides.
Okay, fine. And then? Square root is a plus and minus square root 6. That's your answer. What was cheaper?
It's not 105, it was like 95.
That's ridiculously cheap. Wow, 105 to 95.
It's 10 quid.
This is sarcasm that you'll never understand. Okay.
Let's go to Zara. They got some like
Zara is good. I'll get from Zara.
Of course you do.
What do you mean? Why?
You look like you get your clothes from that WH.
First and foremost, WHSmith don't sell clothes, they sell goods.
It's like a library, yeah, and you dress like a librarian. Because you got some cardigan, yeah, and then you're wearing like chinos or whatever. Yeah.
Look who's talking. The person with the. What is that?
What? This is like.
Well, it looks like from Wembley Market, is it?
Yeah, Wembley Market, yeah.
Wembley Market.
So did you just say WHSmith?
It's WHSmith. Not WHSmith. WHSmith.
No, it's not.
WHSmith.
WHSmith. So what's happening now is you've learned the basics of functions, and now you're trying to apply what you've learned in being able to answer this question. The thing about maths is this, right? And it goes with anything in life, actually. So I don't want people to think that maths is everything. It's not. But if you don't have your foundations, you can't do the harder stuff, anything. If your foundations are not set, anything I do or teach or explain, you're not going to understand because your foundation. It's like saying if you don't know your mental arithmetic, you're slow on your mental arithmetic, which means that any topic I start to teach you, you might understand it, but you'll lag behind because your math speed is not there. But for people that mental arithmetic are very fast, and normally most of the topics I teach, they get it very quickly because basics is there. It's just like, I don't know, sport. If you play football, if you don't train, you can't just turn up on the pitch and play. You have to train, you have to practice foundations, get the foundations right. That's anything in life, yeah? So I'm not saying that maths is important, but what I'm saying is just use this as a, what's the word? Analogy or this?
Analogy. Allegory.
Allegory?
Yeah.
Never heard of that word, allegory, okay. Is that allegory?
Yeah.
Okay, use that as an allegory then. Not right. So yeah, get your foundations right, understand what you're doing, and then because the thing is, a lot of people when they come here, they struggle not because they don't understand the topic, they struggle because the basics isn't there.
The second insight is, are you working on the right things? This is very, very important. A lot of people think that by studying and just working and sitting down and just working, that it's going to work, or you're one step closer to achieving the grade you want. But the next thing that you have to think about is, am I working on the right things? Which means, am I working on my weakest topics, my weakest subjects, as opposed to working on my stronger subjects? Because listen, if you're good at, for example, I don't know, maths, right? You're really good at maths, but then you're working on maths. Why are you working on something you're good at already? It doesn't make sense. You know it, you understand it, you've mastered it. So it's not like you have to work even more to understand more, if that makes sense. You got to make sure you work on the things that you struggle with, which a lot of people don't want to do because it hurts. It's a struggle. Like, you don't want to do something that you know you're not good at, but that is exactly what you should be doing. Focusing on those things, because that is what's going to help you achieve the grade you want. That's what's going to bridge the gap for you to get that grade. Not doing the things that you already know, because you're pretty good at it. You got to make sure that when you're studying and working, you focus on the right things and you make sure you give it enough time for you to understand and digest. For example, if you're struggling with, I don't know, biology or chemistry or physics, okay, this is what I need to focus on. And then you go into it deeper and say, okay, what exactly do I still struggle with within that subject? What topics do I struggle with? And then what you can do is list the topics that you struggle with and label them from a difficulty level. Okay, this is a difficulty level 9, 10 being the highest. This is a difficulty level 8, 6, 7. And then from there, go with the one that's the most difficult, the one that has the highest score. That's what you're going to work on first. And I guarantee you, when you do that, you're going to be not only working on the right things, but you're going to see your grade starting to improve, because now you are focusing on the things that was bringing your grade down. This is very important. When you have a grade that's not the grade you want, or your grade is low, you got to look at, okay, what made that grade low? What was the topic that dragged the grade down? I need to figure out that topic. Once I figure out that topic, then I know I can get that grade back up again. That is how you want to do it.
Okay, let's go, people. Let's start these. So what I've done is, for each of these questions, you're going to solve f of x equals f minus 1x, yeah? Instead of rewriting the whole thing.
Librarian, huh?
Which club do you play for?
No,
okay.
You. Anyone got an answer for the first one? Or at least a quadratic?
9x squared minus 15 minus 35.
I got that.
Minus 15.
Minus
There's no-
15.
So you didn't get that, Sienna, did you? Because she said minus 15 then.
Minus
What was the inverse function? For the inverse function that we got? Chris, turn around. Sorry, what was the first quadratic? Sienna, what was the simplified version for f of x for number 1? 3 plus 4 is 12, is it?
Oh no.
I know it.
Oh.
Find out.
What is it?
Okay, wait. Fraction. Minus.
No. Okay.
No, wait.
Listen, minus b
Yeah.
plus or minus
Yeah.
square root
Yeah.
b squared minus 4ac over 2a.
Good.
Yeah, she got it.
Yeah. Good.
The third insight is, are you doing enough practice? Look, it goes without saying, nothing is going to get better if you don't put the practice in. If you don't put the work in, you are not going to get better. If you are struggling with something, don't move away from it and think that, okay, you know what, I'll just come back to it later on and deal with it. No, tackle it head on and do as much practice as you can, because you know that old saying, practice makes perfect, is very true. And it goes with anything in life. Like, if you want to get better at anything, a skill, whatever it is, a subject, a topic, and understand it, you not only do you have to put the time, but you have to practice. There is beauty in the practice itself. Yes, at the beginning, it might not seem or joyful or enjoyable, but you'll start to enjoy it once it clicks. Once you understand something and you can start to see that you're making progress, you'll start to enjoy it. That's the beauty of practice. But a lot of people, when they don't get it right the first couple of times, they give up and they don't see that, hold up, if I did 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 times further, I would have probably enjoyed it and I would probably have become better at it. A major reason why you're not getting the grade you want is because you're not putting enough work, enough practice in the subjects that you're working at. Put the work in, put the practicing. If it's a topic in maths, go and do 30 questions, 50 questions. Practice until you understand it from all angles. Practice the theory and applying the theory until you are able to understand, okay, if someone asks you a question in a different angle, you know how to answer it because you've done all the practice from like a 360-degree perspective. You can't beat that. You cannot beat that. If you can do that, trust me, I tell you this, like, you will see a difference in the way you understand things and the way your grade is just going to go up. So make sure you keep practicing. And if you don't understand it the first time, that's fine. That's not a problem. Don't give up. Where can what happened there? Okay, how do I resolve this? What can I do so that this doesn't happen again? This is where I went wrong because I didn't understand the topic fully and I made a silly mistake here. Okay, now let me practice that again. Cool. And when you do that again and again and again, you're going to see your grade will start shooting up.
Would this be in the GCSEs?
Yeah.
This type of question?
Yeah. Do you get that quadratic for one?
I can't see the rest of the quadratic.
Oh, it's 5x squared minus 15x minus 35 equals 0.
I don't get that.
That means you're wrong.
Yeah. 4. Okay. Minus 3x squared minus 15x plus 45.
3x squared what? Obviously, this is just the beginning of the end. Does that make sense? The beginning of the end.
Yeah, it's 48.
The end of the beginning.
What is the end?
I don't know. Anyone watch Mommy?
Mommy.
The Mommy, the old one.
What's that title, bro?
What's that title, bro?
Egyptian
I don't know, bro. Why don't you see what that title is, bro?
Sounds dead.
Okay, guys, we need to be quiet. When I ask a question, I need to get the up. Perfect time.
The fourth insight is, are you leaving everything last minute? Like, are you revising and studying 1 month before the exam or a couple of weeks before the exam? Because if you are, the grade is not going to go up. Like, let's just be real. It's not rocket science to know that, okay, if you're revising everything last minute, you're putting yourself under a lot of pressure. Are you keeping yourself organized? Are you working every week? Have you got a timetable and you're sticking to that timetable? If you don't know how to make a timetable that's effective, simple and easy, I made a video on that you can check out as well that will help you. But it's all about making sure that you stay on top of things, because part of the reason, a major part of the reason again, is that when you don't get the grade, it's not just, okay, I didn't understand the topic and this was hard. It's also because you didn't put enough time and you weren't organized with learning that topic. And as a result of that, you didn't understand the topic. And as a result of that, you didn't get the grade. And it all comes back from preparation, organization, having management, time management in the way you go about doing things. If you're not on top of it, how are you going to be on top of anything else in your life? Remember, I'm not saying that these grades are the end all be all for your life. Absolutely not. But the principle that it will teach you of staying organized, being on top of everything, not leaving anything last minute, making sure that you're covering all your bases and not leaving any stones unturned is a fantastic principle that you can use in other aspects of your life when you go in the real world, in the corporate world, starting a business, all those things. It's funny because I had a conversation with a student today. I was teaching mechanics. It was a mechanics class, A-level mechanics class. And the students were saying to me that, especially when you're in year 10, year 11, there's no urgency about you. Like, especially from September to December, there's no urgency about you. You're not really taking things seriously. You only take things seriously when you don't get the grade from your mock exam, or the exams are coming up and you're like, okay, I need to get real serious in April time or May time, 2 months before the exam. I kind of knew that, to be fair. It's not that I didn't know, but it's like when you have that kind of mindset and when you're operating in that manner, it's gonna have effect in your grades. Yes, there's some people that can do that. Yes, there's some people that can work a month before the exam and actually go and smash it. But that doesn't mean that this is a good way of conducting your life when you get out of this as well. Because you see, habits tend to stick longer for a lot of people, right? Habits tend to stick. So if your habit is, oh, I'm gonna leave everything last minute, what makes you think you're not gonna do that with other aspects of your life as well? When you're not organized, when you're not on top of everything. You achieving a better grade starts from your organization, starts from your preparation, starts from giving enough time for you to understand the material and practice the material. If you do everything last minute, not only are you putting yourself under so much pressure, but at the same time, you're not giving yourself enough time. I would advise that, you start keeping on top of everything. You keep a track record of the amount of work that you're doing, quality work, not just hours, the quality work, and how much are you actually understanding from what you're doing. And when you're doing practice questions, are you getting those questions right? That comes from not leaving everything last minute and staying organized. Because if you do that and you stay proactive, trust me, you will understand the topics, you will have more time to practice, and the pressure will reduce, which as a result means that your grade will go up. That it's just a direct proportional relationship.
If you can manipulate algebra and you know how to apply the algebra and simplify and all those things, most of the problems are going to be based on algebra as well. If you struggle with algebra, first of all, there's no exit. Now don't forget it, Aaron, that's the thing. If you understand it now, it's good, but make sure you don't forget. That's the problem.
We can't in your revision masterclass. We
I'll
can't.
let you be the judge.
Can you say it something?
I can't,
Why?
because everyone's different. We're all unique. What are you saying? Are you praying to Marley? Are you getting a blessing or something? Or? Oh, okay. Look like she was giving you a blessing.
So to summarize, cut your distractions, focus on the right things, do enough practice, and make sure you don't leave anything last minute. Everything starts from zero when you're going to start. Peace.